What's up? What's up? What's up? We're back like we never left. Um, so here's the thing. Let's get into it. Um, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion part 1 and part 2. Now, again, this season did not warrant a 3-part reunion, but yet here the fuck we are. I'm gonna be honest and tell you, I'm just gonna be kind of be all over the place. So please chat freely in the chat. If it's something that came up that you want my opinion on that you think I'm gonna forget to say, please put it in the chat. Let's talk about it. So let's start at the beginning, or at least the beginning of where my brain is. The read is fucking exhausting. Dorit is fucking exhausting. And by the end of the second part of this reunion, I don't know how they did this all day long with her. Cause y'all know they edited this down to 3 45-minute segments or whatever. You gonna text me later? Oh Lord, Tracy. Okay, baby. Be safe. This conversation was fucking, she is insufferable. This conversation was exhausting to me. So let's start. We start with Rachel Zoe's package. And she talks about the marriage and kind of that. Andy asked her about Rachel becoming friends with the girlfriend, and Rachel was like, Andy, are you okay? Like she was like, are you okay? It's clear that this girlfriend was the mistress, the side chick, the person that Rachel feels like was the camel that broke the back of her marriage. She doesn't blame this. I don't think she blames this woman totally, but I definitely think she puts a lot of blame on this woman. She said that their divorce is not final yet, that the husband relationship with the kids is better. And that he doesn't really have a relationship with her parents anymore. She said they did spend Thanksgiving together because her mom, he was right in the same area. And her mom was like, listen, invite him over here. And Rachel said, I thought he was only going to stay for like, an hour. He stayed for like 5 hours. I need PK to come at her the way she's acting, like he's treating her. Child, we're going to get to her. So there was that. Jennifer Tilly wasn't out there yet. I'm sorry. We haven't gotten to Jennifer. We haven't really got too deep into Jennifer Tilly. So from Rachel, we do we do Amanda's? I don't know. Rachel is Patty. Wouldn't she want to have a good relationship with the woman who will be involved with her kids' lives? I don't think she has to. I don't feel like she has to. I think there needs to be a mutual understanding and a respect of everybody's position. I don't think she has to have a good relationship with her. I don't think anybody. Now, is it nice to have a good relationship? Sure. Of course we wish we could, but I don't think we have to have a good relationship. I don't think we do. But I hear what you're saying. Now, I do think Rachel's petty, but I also feel like I don't know how deep this affair went. We don't know how deep the affair went. We don't know all of the different ins and outs of what happened, how deep, you know what I mean? We don't know how badly that affair may have hurt her. Like we don't have that information. So I'm not going to necessarily say, I just think that there needs to be mutual respect of the position, not of the people, but of the position. If that is who he has chosen to be with, I have to respect that that's who he's with. I don't have to like it. I don't have to like her. And me and her don't ever have to have a relationship. But we have to respect each other's position in the life of those kids. That's how I feel. I don't remember Rachel saying they got a divorce because of him cheating. She said, if you go back to the episode when they were in the Hamptons, she said that things were bad. She said that, but she said that things were bad. But she said that something happened that was the straw that broke the camel's back, and there was no coming back from. The way that Rachel, she didn't come right out and say it, but if you listen to what she said in that conversation, and then the way that she spoke gives the impression, she didn't come right out and say it, but it gives the impression that she was the reason. And even the way when Andy said, "Hey, are you and the girlfriend cool now?" And Rachel was like, "Andy, are you okay?" And like Bowles and Dorit, their response lets you know she's a big part of the reason. And when no, actually Rachel did say it. No, Rachel actually did say it. Rachel said that her and her husband have been separated for a year, and he's been with his girlfriend for a year. She was like, "You can do the math." So no, like I think she said something like, "Me and my husband have been separated for 12 months, and he's been with his girlfriend. They've been living together for 11 months," or something along those lines. So like she let it be known without coming right out and saying it, because you don't get separated from your wife and move a new woman in a month if she wasn't already around. You know what I mean? But don't Rachel admit that she cheated right before they got married. She's not peachy keen in here, in my opinion. Well, to my thing, but here's what I'm gonna say about this. If she told that man she cheated on him before they got married, she said that she told him that when they were dating, and then the next day, that's when he asked her to marry him. That's on him. That wasn't during the marriage. That's on him. You know what I mean? That's on him. But anyway, so there was that. So then we get into Erika, and Erika starts talking about, we're talking about Erika and her legal, well, Erika and Sutton and their relationship and their conversation. And they were talking about Erika going to the jail, and they got into the whole thing about Tom. I'm gonna be honest and tell you, I don't want to be insensitive to Erika's experience. So I don't really have a lot to say about this. I feel like over the years, I've said a lot about the Erika Tom thing. Do I think that Tom was probably the nicest person to Erika? Maybe not. Do I think that Tom treated Erika the nicest? Maybe not. Do I think that Erika was okay with the situation as long as the credit card didn't get declined? Yes. Yes, I do. I mean, I'm sorry. I think in hindsight, a lot of things look differently when the money's no longer there. But I think you were very fine living in your gilded cage when you had your glam squad and you had your faux pop star career, and you could ride up and down Rodeo Drive and swipe the credit card whenever you felt like it. I'm not saying that money makes people happy. I'm saying I think she was complacent with that life until the life was gone. And that's just my opinion. People can disagree, but that doesn't make it okay. I just think Erika knew what she signed up for. And I think if Tom Girardi's money had never run out, I think Erika and Tom would still be doing whatever it was the fuck they were doing before. He'd be living his life, and she'd be living her life, and she'd be spending his money, living the fabulous life. It's expensive to be me life. And I think that's what it was. As far as the abusive relationship conversation, again, I'm not going to tell anybody what their experience is being involved in a domestic relationship. I don't know Erika's experience. I'm sorry that happened to her. I will. Do I even want to say it? Do I want to say it? This is what I'm going to say, and I'm not going to say anything more. I'm not going to say that Erika was not in an abusive relationship. Full stop. I am not going to say that Erika was not in an abusive relationship, because y'all know I don't know, and I'm not going to. Full stop. What I will say is, I don't believe her story about how the relationship ended. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say it again. I do believe her story on how the relationship ended. And here's why. I'm going to tell you why I don't believe that story. Because we know, everybody in this chat knows, there's absolutely nowhere in the world that Erika Jayne, aka Erika Giraldi, called 911 and a police report was made that because if they call 911 for a domestic dispute, a police report is going to get made. That's the law. There is nowhere in the world that TMZ or one of these other bloggers would not have picked up on Erika Jayne being involved in some sort of call that involved a domestic violence report. I'm sorry, not sorry. And that's why I do. Now, listen, we know her son is a cop, and I can see her protecting her son. I can see her calling her son and telling her son, come and get this motherfucker out of my house. And I can see her son showing up and getting him out of there. And I can see Erika lying about it to protect her son. Oh, absolutely. I can see that happening. But I do not believe that Erika called the police and said, hey, come get this man out of my house because he just assaulted me and he refuses to leave. And that didn't make it on no blog. The same way Tom having that car accident and driving off the side of a fucking canyon and fire and rescue had to come and pull him up from the side of a canyon, never made it to nobody's blog. I don't believe it, and I didn't believe it then, and I don't believe it now. Now again, whether Erika was involved in an abusive relationship, I'm not gonna question that. I'm not gonna question whether this woman was really in that. But what I am gonna say is I don't believe that story about how it ended. Now, if I'm wrong, y'all can say, really be you doing too much. Really be you wrong. You can say that. You can say, really be you wrong. But that part, I don't believe. Sorry, not sorry. She could have used the name Pam Oliver. That's funny. Erika in court just wrapped up. Court approved a $2 million sale of trustee's claim against Erika Jayne. I wonder how she will be next season. Wait a minute. I don't understand what you're saying, Tracy. The court approves a $2 million sale. Sale of what? Of the trustee claim again. Tracy, I don't know, but I don't understand what you're saying, baby. You said you was drunk. I don't know. $2 million sale of trustee claim against Erika Jayne. I don't understand. Sale of what? Tracy gonna explain that to me. I don't know what that means. Because it was a $25 million lawsuit. So are you saying that they settled for $2 million? And Erika has to come up with $2 million? Is that what's being said? Sold lawsuit. Sold what law? I don't understand what that means, y'all. Sold a lawsuit? How do you sell a lawsuit? Okay, so they settled for $2 million. Got it. Hell, Erika better do backflips. 25 million to 2 million, girl. Erika DJing in Australia and shit now. She can get that man. She can get him, put him on a payment plan. Say, okay, I $2 million, put me on a payment plan. Settle. Okay, got it. Put me on a payment plan. I give you 500. I'll give you $250,000 a year. Okay. I'll give you a little interest. Put a little interest on that. As long as she keep her job with the Housewives and she can keep doing shit like DJing and going around singing "It's Expensive to Be Made," she can pay that off. $2 million ain't shit. When you was looking at a $25 million when you was looking at a $25 million paycheck, shit. No, the third party is going to pursue. Oh, okay. So somebody else. Okay, so she still got to fight, child. All my life. And one thing Erika did say, which we've been talking about, Erika is really in an impossible situation. She can't divorce Tom at this point. So she's going to stay married to Tom until he dies. She can't divorce him at this point. I mean, I shouldn't say she can't. There may be some legal maneuvers, but I mean, they're saying the man is not mentally competent. He can't sign any legal paperwork. I mean, I guess his trustee or his brother, I think is his y'all know what I'm talking about. His power of attorney. I mean, I guess his power of attorney can do the divorce, but I don't know. Like, how do you? I don't know. That's crazy. But oh well. So then, and I don't know if it happened in this order, y'all, but we're gonna talk about it since we talking about Erika and the lawsuit. Her and Dorit and their argument, because I know part 2 is where Dorit and Erika really get into it. But again, I'm all over the place with this. We're doing 2 episodes at one time, so let's just go ahead and talk about Erika and Dorit. And when that was one of the things that Erika said pissed her off, when Dorit was like, she didn't know what Erika was going through, and they literally showed footage. They showed clips and they showed footage of Dorit and of them talking about Erika's lawsuit and Erika talking about her lawsuit and talking about what she had going on. And Dorit was like, well, you didn't talk about it, so I didn't know. And I didn't know what you were talking about. I mean, I didn't know what it was. And I'm like, here's the thing, Dorit. And this is the part where Rachel and Bowles really irritate my soul. Girl, you are not the only person to go through a divorce. You're not the only person to go through a divorce. You're not the only person to go through a bad divorce. First of all, your divorce really ain't that bad. It doesn't really sound like it's that bad. What it sounds like is that you are the one that needs a storyline. So you are making this lawsuit to be worse than what it really is. Because I believe PK. And I know everybody might not believe PK, but I believe PK. And so because I believe PK, I do not believe that this divorce is as bad as I don't believe that PK is being as unreasonable and as insufferable as she's making it out to be. I think she's exasperating it and she's milking it for all of the attention that she can get. That is what I believe, in my opinion. Hey, Prophet. Rachel and Bo so far up Dorit's tutor. They can smell where her next bowel movement is. Listen, I'm with you on that one. Now, y'all know me and Prophet, we fight. But baby, I'm with you when you're right. Ooh, that rhyme. And I really am sick of Dorit acting like she's the only person on there going through some shit, okay? Just like Kyle is going through a separation. Erika, we just talked about Erika got a fucking $25 million price tag, and that's just one lawsuit. Erika has multiple lawsuits, okay? With her name, Sutton, even though it's not a big deal, I mean, Sutton is Sutton, child. But Sutton went through what she went through with the annulment and with the her empty nest syndrome, her dropping her last kid off and her being in that house by herself. It's like, it's not as big of a deal as some people might say, oh, well, a divorce is, but it kind of is. Like, that whole annulment thing, they didn't really play it up. If you're not Catholic, I don't think you understand the weight of that annulment. Literally, her husband is saying our life is now erased. Even though we have kids, that marriage never existed. And if we go back to Sutton was with this man her whole life. That was her first, right? She told us that he was her first. She was with this man her whole life. She had 2 kids with this man, 2 or 3 kids with this man. She, up until that man sent her the annulment papers, in the back of her mind was thinking they might one day get back together. And then we find out that the woman, that he's doing all this because he wants to get married in the Catholic Church again to her ex-friend. See, that part we didn't talk about enough, is that Sutton's ex-husband's soon-to-be new wife used to be Sutton's friend. We ain't talking about that enough. But anyway, Rachel is going through a divorce. Like, you're not the only person, Dorit, that's having a fucked up couple of years. Even if PK is the horrible person you're making him out to be, you're not the only person right now that's going through some shit. And it pisses me off because Dorit act like whatever she got going on is what's most important. They get into Dorit and Kyle get into the Dorit and Kyle argument. And once again, we're arguing about the same shit. Here's the thing. Is Kyle innocent? Absolutely not. We know Kyle's not innocent. We know Kyle has been through some shit. We know know that. I am not defending Kyle, but what I am going to say is when it comes to Kyle and Dorit, girl, you dragging it. When Kyle went through all the list of things that she supported Dorit in, and she was like, girl, it was one night. It was one night. Like, I didn't come. She said, girl, it wasn't even your book. It was the picture of the book. She said, I literally have gone to this. I defended you against this. Dorit is going to say, Kyle, that was 9 years ago. Kyle, that was 8 years ago. Kyle, we're talking about recently. You haven't supported me recently. And I'm sitting here like, so when a friendship, nothing else matters except for the last 6 months to a year of our friendship. Nothing else that I did for you matters. No other time that I was there for you matters. When your house got robbed, the fact that you stayed at my house, the fact that you cried in my arms, that didn't matter. When, you did all these other business ventures, we were there. None of that matters. None of that. Okay, cool. Got it. It just, at this point, and that's why I told Kyle 3 episodes ago, girl, just stop talking. Because nothing you say is going to matter. When they got into Amanda's package, and let's talk about this Amanda thing for a second. Thank you, Lauren. Let's get into this Amanda part of it. Again, does Amanda annoy me? She does. But does Amanda make some valid points? Absolutely, she does. And that's why Sutton kept going low with her ass this season. I would have hurt Maurice feeling so bad. Here's what I want to know. How come last season when Sutton told Dorit, go pick on a wallet that fits, everybody was mad about that. But Kyle said, we're not in the same financial situation. Ain't nobody say nothing. Ain't nobody say nothing. I mean, they did, but they didn't. Like, people on the couch, kind of like Bo's face was like, oh shit. But she's not wrong though. Like, Dorit, your house is in foreclosure. Kyle owns 4 houses. Like, it's not the same thing. They're not right. They're not. It's, girl, Kyle does not have to check her bank account before she go to the mall. Whatever's going on between her and her husband, shit, she still got his credit card. Remember that scene earlier this season when her Erika went shopping and she was buying stuff and she said, oh, I think Mauricio should pay for this. And she used his credit card. She still got that man's credit card. Like, they not the same. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. Well, it don't matter because they both said the same thing and they were both correct. Because Sutton let us know that she don't get child support anymore, but she still gets her $300,000 a month in alimony. She said, oh, that $300,000, that didn't include my child support. So actually, up until this year, Sutton was getting $300,000 plus child support. Y'all not the same, Dorit. And at the end of the day, when Kyle said, girl, you didn't have a problem with it until you was talking to Bowles, and Bowles put that battery in your damn bag. Dorit wanted to impress Rachel, which is crazy given how much Rachel is ready to get on her knees to worship at Dorit's feet. Not only that, but that's just like when she was saying the reason why she spent that money at that boutique in The Hamptons, talking about, well, that was Rachel's friend's store, and they closed that store just for us. And so nobody else bought anything. So I felt like I should have bought something. I felt like that. And she was getting ready to say rude, but then she realized, well, Rachel didn't buy nothing either. So let me not say rude. She said, I just felt like, and they had cute stuff. I was like, yeah, you ain't finished that sentence, did you? You ain't finished that sentence, did you? Uh-huh. Because at the end of the day, Rachel Zoe has people close the store for her all the fucking time. It's not a thing. They do it all the time. And sometimes people spend money and sometimes they don't. That is a gamble that they take. I am pretty sure that Rachel Zoe has been in that store a million times and she's probably bought more than enough stuff that whatever she didn't buy that day, they'd have been all right. Girl, that's not the first time people done shut a store down. It's the fucking Hamptons. How often do you think they shut stores down in the Hamptons? It's the Hamptons. Girl, you mean, and why, look, you mean that same store where your credit card got declined? Mm-hmm. Talking about somebody was a fraud alert. Girl, that is not a fraud alert. Right, Quake. $300,000 a month. Baby, I don't make that in a year. And on the first of the month, Sutton get $300,000 dropped in her bank account a month. Okay. Who the hell did Sutton marry? I'm asking for me to be kept. Well, that's the funny thing. The reason why she got so much money is because he didn't have that when they got married. They earned that together. I'm not sure exactly what he does, but he owns he is like a minority. Like Sutton is like a minority owner in a baseball team or something. Girl, she had to get a forensic. He was trying to get over on her. She said she had to get that forensic accountant. She said once they got that forensic accountant, baby, it was on and popping. After they got that forensic accountant together, it was on and popping, honey. Right, when you got to set aside and transfer funds before you swipe that card, you and Kyle are not the same. And I'm sorry. So here's the thing. And I said it before. I'm going to say it again. What's not being said, what Dorit isn't saying, in my opinion, is Dorit, you know that you and Kyle used to sit over there on the sidelines and figure out who y'all were going to target. Y'all should sit over there on the sidelines, and before the season started filming, you and Lisa Renner, y'all had y'all Fox Force, and y'all had to figure out who was cool and who wasn't cool, and who was gonna be. Oh, I gotta come back to Amanda. I done got all off of Amanda. We're gonna come back to Miss Amanda. And y'all had to figure out who was cool and who wasn't. And Dorit is so paranoid because now she's like, oh shit, Kyle's coming for me. And I know how Kyle used to get everybody and get everybody on the bandwagon to come for me, to come for everybody else. And she's doing the same thing to me now. See, that's what happens when you are part of the bullshit. When the bullshit come back around to you, then you don't know how to handle it. That's what this really boils down to. You think, and Kyle may be, I don't know. Now, do I think that Kyle convinced Erika? I don't. I think Erika's issue with you, Dorit, are all your fault. Because Erika told you what she was mad about. Erika said, you said two things that pissed me off. One, you accused me of coming for you to try to keep my job on the show. And two, when you said that Bowles has done more for you than anybody else on the show has done for you, and I know what I've done for you, that's what did it for me. And when Andy said to Dorit, do you want to apologize? And Dorit said, apologize for what? That would have been the end for me. See, that would have been the end of it for me. What you mean, apologize for what? Sutton's husband is a CEO of a corporation, and the Gina of RHOC's ex-husband used to work for him. Oh, okay. I mean, I knew the man had money, because, like I said, he was like minority owner of a baseball team and a bunch of other shit. Baby Sutton is rich. I mean, and she did say that she stopped drinking because she didn't feel like she necessarily had a drinking problem, but she did feel like she was drinking. She didn't say she was drinking too much, but she said it was weird because she said, I don't think I was drinking too much, but I do think I was drinking too often, which to me is the same fucking thing. But if it make you feel better to say it differently, but I'm not mad at her. She said that, it helped her get clarity. She said she does, she said she's back to, she'll do wine or she'll do what did she say? She'll do wine or something like that, but she's not drinking like the heavy. She's not drinking vodka anymore. Let's do a tribe trip to that area. What area? What are y'all talking about in the chat? I know she gave that lady, when that first card didn't go through, she gave that lady another card. That's how you know it wasn't no fraud alert. Because if I know what I have in the bank when I'm traveling, I know what I got in the bank when I'm traveling. But I also know if I'm not sure how much I have in the bank, before I go into this store, before I put shit on this counter, I'm gonna be over in the corner, checking my balance. Because I'm not going to get embarrassed at that cash register. Not in the motherfucking Hamptons, I'm not. Baby, I remember one time I was in St. Bart's shopping. I went to that Ralph Lauren at St. Bart's, baby. And I knew what I had in the bank when I went to that counter at the St. Bart's. Because I said, I'm not going to be up here in St. Bart's and get embarrassed. Buying me a polo. All I was buying was a polo shirt. I said, I'm not going to get me embarrassed up in this store buying me a polo shirt. I know I better know what's in the bank. And most rich folks use credit cards for anything. So Miss Mama must have stole one of PK's cards. Right. So it's just like, so let's talk about Amanda, because I started talking about Amanda, then I got off on a tangent. And then we're going to talk about Sutton and Garcelle. And I don't even think I want to talk about Bose, but I guess we do have to talk. When we talk about Sutton, we're going to talk about Bose. This is what I want to say about the Amanda of it all. Amanda. This is what I have to say about the Amanda of it all. Again, I'm not crazy about Amanda, but what I'm not going to do is jump on the Amanda bandwagon when, honestly, Amanda doing the same shit that everybody else did. When Amanda brought up the labels of it all, Erika, you know you motherfucking are disingenuous. Erika, Dorit, Kyle, not as much, but Erika and Dorit, you know y'all are some motherfucking label whores. And when I say label, I mean the monogram in labels, right? Kyle, not as much. Like, Kyle shit is expensive. I mean, she gonna carry a fucking $50,000 Birkin bag, but you don't see a lot of labels on Kyle. You just know that this shit is expensive. When they said, well, everything was a label with you. Everything was a label with you. Thank you, Kim. Mwah. Yes. Yes, Kim. Thank you, boo. When they brought up the thing about how when Amanda was doing the whole thing with the labels or whatever, and she was like, well, I mean, I thought this was a show about rich people doing rich shit. I don't see what the problem is. And when they had the nerve to say, no, we don't do that. We do more than that. Girl, Erika, you mean it? Bitch, please. Erika, when you was living that, it's expensive to be me lifestyle. Girl, all them labels your ass used to be plastered or have plastered all over your damn body. I will never forget that time that Dorit showed up. I believe it was either at the end of her first season or it was during her second season when she showed up with them Louis Vuitton boots, that Louis Vuitton trench jacket with a Louis Vuitton bag, and all of it was the Louis Vuitton insignia. And everything she had on from head to toe was fucking Louis Vuitton. And the reason why I remember, because that trench coat was bad as fuck. But I remember thinking, that is way too much. You have on boots, you have on a trench coat, you are carrying the bag. It was way too much. You're not going to sit here. Dorit did it all the time. Oh, my Dior this. Oh, but this is couture. Oh, this is, this is what they call it this is vintage couture. Well, I have my vintage pieces. Well, girl, y'all was fighting over that damn Birkin bag. That y'all was talking about Dorit's Birkin bag all damn season. Like, Amanda, I'm sorry. I mean, not Amanda. I'm sorry. That was fucked up, and y'all know y'all was disingenuous as fuck. All of y'all talk about labels. When Jennifer Tilly came out and talked about her reunion dress, she was like, "Oh, it's Balmain, and they made it just for me." Y'all all do it. And here's the problem. We like it because that's why we like the show. I'll say for me, that's why I like Beverly Hills. I want to see the opulence. I want to see that lifestyle. I want to see y'all walk into a store and drop a credit card and and that shit swipe for $12,000 and y'all don't even fucking blink. I want to see that shit. That's why I'm watching y'all. So for y'all to act like Amanda did something wrong because Amanda was wearing labels, what the fuck? And then this whole business piece, baby, the way Amanda wrapped up Bowles and put her in a bun and sent her ass back to the other side of that page. The only thing I hate is they insert those clips after they record. So Amanda saying, well, I know they have the tape. And when they inserted that tape, baby, that was chef's kiss. Because Bowles, you said exactly what Amanda said you said. That your courses don't make money. That you actually lose money on your online courses. You said it. And then for her to be like, why would I even talk to you about my business? Why would I talk to you? Girl, it's a whole clip. Amanda said when we were in Italy, this is the conversation. And what y'all hate is that Amanda say that shit without raising her voice. Amanda say that shit without getting mad. Like she don't give y'all no reaction and y'all hate it. The other thing I'm going to say about Amanda, and then I'm going to say something that Amanda did that I didn't like. If anybody else, if Amanda had talked about anybody else's business on this show, the way that y'all talked about her business, y'all would be ready to have her under the bus. And when I say y'all, I mean the fans too. Have her under the bus. Regardless about whether y'all understand her business, regardless about whether y'all think it's a good business, it doesn't change the fact that it's her business. And it doesn't matter whether y'all think it's a good idea or not. She gets people to buy into her idea and they pay to hear her teach to them what she did to make money. Now, at the end of the day, does she make them any guarantees that they're going to get rich? No, she probably doesn't. Does she make like with the Coach Stormy lady that's in trouble now? I don't think she's making them any promises. I think she's saying, listen, these are some things you can do to manifest what you want in your life to make those things happen. And if she can get people, and like somebody was like, well, you maximize your price point to do it. And she was like, yeah. Like she didn't apologize. She was like, yeah, I do. If she can get people to pay $300 to take a class, why is that bothering y'all so fucking much? And then come to find out, the dude that Rachel Zoe is dating right now, or so she says, her friend, the dude that she's dating right now does the exact fucking same thing. And all Rachel could say was, well, I'm not a client. He's just a friend. It doesn't matter. Y'all chastised this woman all season for doing the exact same thing that this man you're now dating does. Right, like any other life coach. Listen, I did a master class about maybe 3 weeks ago. I did a master class with somebody that was talking to me about how to maximize my social media and the different things that I can do. At the end of the day, it's up to me to do those things. This is somebody that is successful, that is making money on social media, that is living off of what he makes on social media. Why wouldn't I listen to him? And if I had to pay, I think it was $140. If I have to pay $140 to possibly make $60,000, okay. Now, if he decided to charge $500, well, that's a little bit out my price range. I'm not going to pay $500, but $140, I was like, I can invest $140 in myself and what I know I'm trying to do to grow my social media. But to say she's building a cult, and baby, she was ready for y'all, baby. When y'all said cult, baby, she had that definition of cult down, didn't she? Didn't she have that definition of cult? Baby, she was right. Listen, Amanda was ready for y'all. But it pisses me off because I feel like if she had done that to any of you all's businesses, y'all be throwing her under the bus. Dorit wouldn't even apologize when they showed the scene back of her coming after Amanda for Amanda. Really, again, Amanda didn't even do anything. Dorit wouldn't even say, well, when I watched it back, it really wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Amanda, I still, I had a lot going on. Maybe my emotions were high. I do apologize. And you're right. When you share with us that was the anniversary of the death of your child, I probably could have handled that better. And I apologize. Dorit, you couldn't even do that. You still found a way to defend your behavior that night, and even Rachel Zoe, well, I mean, I want to go a little bit before that. I mean, can we talk about what happened before that? So you mean to tell me you're going to make this about Amanda making a snide comment about Dorit having a ghostwriter? So we're going to compare that to the woman's child dying on that day and her showing up for work because she's a first-year housewife and she probably couldn't afford to not show up because that was one of the first scenes that y'all filmed. So she showed up anyway to do her job. And so we're going to compare her making a smart-ass comment about Dorit having a ghostwriter to that. Come on, Rachel Zoe. For a book that now they're saying might not even come out. Hey, Don, what's up, boo? Can I say I don't watch anymore because Bose can please go sit her ass down somewhere? She is blah. Child. You know what? Quake, I feel the same way. It kind of, I definitely walked away with a lot of respect for Amanda. I definitely walked away. Amanda held her own. Baby, I even like the fact that when they got to arguing, she said, excuse me, this is my package. Baby, I said, you better reclaim your time, Amanda. You better reclaim your time. It's just like taking a makeup masterclass with Bobby Brown or Danessa Myricks. You're paying for their expertise and experience. Most of it, not all professional makeup artists would kill for that. Yeah, I mean, it's like, again, is it something that I necessarily would pay for? I don't know. Probably not. And is it something to easily explain? No, it's not. But at the end of the day, this woman's made a lot of money doing it. I mean, she's not breaking any laws. Now, this is what I will say. Not Rachel's been such a boring flop. Now, this is what I will say. Now, Amanda, I will say this. The one thing that those women did try to school you on, and I need you to hear this, Amanda. You ain't got to like it. You don't even have to accept it. But I need you to hear this, Miss Amanda. You do have to stop emasculating that man because one day he's going to be gone. You can't keep acting like you're the only person in that house making money. And she said, but I did buy the house. But I did buy that house. That house is mine. I did buy that house. Well, my husband, he does have a company. He makes money, but he knows I'm the breadwinner. Girl, they're trying to let you know you don't have to emasculate him for your light to shine. And I feel like, Amanda, you have to, now I do say this, Amanda, you have to let people know. Now, that's the one thing they said that I do agree with you on, Amanda. The one-upping thing that you have to let people know and you have to one-up people, that I will agree. That part, Amanda, I think you need to work on it. Because you don't have to one-up everybody. You don't have to make yourself, well, I do this and I do that and I do this. Now that, Amanda, I'm with the ladies on. Now, as far as Bowles and this COO, CFO situation, let me say this. I am not up on, I think Amanda could be neurodivergent. She might be. I am not up on business lingo and all of that. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand all the ways of the business world and things of that nature. But I too, like Andy Cohen, did not understand that the lifeline of a CFO was not a long one. I didn't know that. When Bowles explained it, I understood it. Like, hey, we get blamed for everything. When shit goes wrong, they want to say it's our fault. So I understood that part. But I didn't know. I mean, I guess I'm ignorant like Andy was ignorant because child, I didn't know either. As far as the Googling people and chat GP and people, again, they all do it. Stop acting like y'all don't do it. Once again, y'all are trying to act like looking somebody up in chat GPT is like y'all are so appalled by it. Sutton, girl, bye. You look everybody up. Like Jennifer Tilly said, Jennifer's like, girl, I look everybody up. Like before I came on this show, I Googled all of y'all. Like I knew about all y'all hoes, right? And I think you would be a fool not to. I mean, in this day and age, with information being so readily available, when you go into a new job, you absolutely should Google it. You know, before you go to the interview. You know what I mean? Hell, before you put the job application in, you might want to Google some shit. You know, right. Andy was talking about it. Right. And again, from my personal perspective, I would have said the same thing. Right. I would have said the same thing. And again, Bowles, girl. Oh, she did say she was neurodivergent? Oh, okay. You know. But I think all of them have, you know, and so anyway. But Bowles again, Bowles gave me nothing this season. Like I, and I wanted to like Bowles. Like I wanted to like Bowles, but I can't. Excuse me. And the way Amanda wrapped you up, baby, just go sit down somewhere, girl. Go sit down somewhere. You know. So then we get into Sutton. I kind of already talked a little bit about Sutton and you know, the annulment and things like that. Oh, something just popped in my head. Wait a minute. Something I wanted to say. Damn it. Damn it. It was something that just popped up. I hope it comes back to me. Something somebody said and I wanted to address it. Oh, Garcelle. We definitely gonna get to Garcelle. Bowls of her 99 bundles. Baby, she do be having bundles on top of bundles on top of bundles on top of bundles on top of bundles. Her and Yandy Smith, child. Her and Yandy Smith with the bundles. So with Sutton, again, we talked about the drinking or whatever. So of course the conversation about Garcelle comes up. Sutton, y'all still don't get it. And here's the thing. I think y'all get it. Y'all just don't want to accept that y'all get it. When you watch that reunion back, when you hear all the nasty things, the way that y'all acted, and one thing that Garcelle said on Watch What Happens Live last week or the week before last, she said, or whenever, it must have been before they did a reunion because Andy asked. She said that she realized that she just didn't have any friends on that couch. That she realized, wow, nobody here fucks with me. Sutton said that basically she's like, she hopes that her and Garcelle can one day talk and she misses her friend and that they were real friends. And Jennifer Tilly said, hey, they were, and this is something that Carlos King, you know, he felt vindicated in because he said that they weren't real friends. And then when Garcelle did what she did, he felt vindicated. I don't think that vindicates you. I think that they were real friends. Now, again, friends have degrees. Everybody ain't your best friend. Everybody is not going to be, but I do think that they hung out outside of the cameras. They spent time together. Their families knew each other. I think they were friends. But what I also think is that Sutton wanted so hard to be a part of what she thought was the cool crowd. She thought her and Garcelle were the outcasts, and she wanted to be a part of the cool crowd. And so she sacrificed her friendship with Garcelle for that access to the cool kids. That is my opinion. I don't think that means they weren't real friends. I think Sutton thought that Garcelle wouldn't go anywhere while she leveraged the friendship. I think she thought that her and Garcelle was going to leave that reunion and go to supper. Like she said, baby, she went out there looking for her. She said, Garcelle, I'm ready to go to supper. Garcelle's assistant was up in that dressing room packing up her stuff. And she said she left. He said, yeah, she gone. Well, we were supposed to go to supper. Sutton really thought that it was going to be okay. And Garcelle was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. Sutton was just a trash friend, because I'll be damned if I said my highlight is my buddy relationship with the bitch that just trashed my close friend and said that was uninteresting. I'm just saying. Yeah, right. I don't think they were good friends. They were good friends. I think, and that's what I think Garcelle realized. I think as they were sitting on that couch going through that reunion, I think that's when Garcelle realized, oh, wait a minute. She's not the friend to me that I am to her. And I'm good on that. Lisa Vanderpump did the same thing when she realized that her and Kyle weren't the friends that she thought they were. Lisa Vanderpump was like, got it. We're really not friends like I thought we were. And I'm good on that. And Lisa Vanderpump ain't never looked back. Kyle said Lisa Vanderpump still don't speak to her ass. And Kyle lost her friendship with Lisa Vanderpump defending Dorit's ass. But Dorit says that Kyle ain't been a friend to her, and Kyle is never. Girl, Kyle lost Lisa Vanderpump over you. I think Sutton has always tried to fit into friends. I think so too. I think Sutton has always been the weird one, the outside one. I think she's always been like that. And I agree. She always wanted to fit in. That's my opinion. It's something that's nagging me that I wanted to say. I hope I remember it. Now, as far as Sutton and Dorit are concerned, I just can't. Dorit was just fucking exhausting. I don't think that she said that Sutton was just trying to be a socialite. Baby, that flipped on you too, Dorit. Now, Sutton is a lot of things, but Sutton actually does get invited to the things you wish you could go to. Sutton actually probably turns down more shit than she goes to. Sutton is a part of that elite. Remember, Sutton and Kathy Hilton knew each other before Kathy came on this show. They already had a friendship. She already used to go to Kathy Hilton's parties. Like, she already was a part of that world. You know what I mean? And for Sutton to say, oh, she's just a social climber. Girl, who is she climbing? Whose back is Sutton climbing up on this show? Her and Jennifer Tilly were already friends in real life. Her and Kathy Hilton, I'm not going to say they were friends, but they already knew each other. She was already on Kathy Hilton's guest list. She's friends with Dolce and Gabbana. Hell, Dolce and Gabbana don't even like each other no more. But she's friends with both of them. Like, whose back is Sutton climbing up? So she wants to be friends with Erika Jayne. I don't mean no harm, but Erika's not getting her into any rooms that she can't get herself into. Sorry, not sorry. Like, Dorit, everything you said was just falling. It was just falling flat. It was falling flat. If anybody, because Dorit is doing the same thing with Erika and Kyle. She's leveraging her friendship with Erika and Kyle to be cool with Bose and Rachel. Sober Sutton was packing Pori up this reunion because last reunion she flopped. Yeah, because last reunion her ass was high as fuck. You could see it in Sutton's eyes, baby. Sutton wasn't there. Sutton wasn't there. And maybe that's part of why she stopped drinking. She realized how bad she screwed that shit up. Ever since Dorit showed that text, Kyle was never going to forgive. Yeah, Kyle ain't let that thing go. Let me tell you something. Dorit, you have put a lot of weight on, I think, what you think Bows and Rachel are going to do for you or can do for you. And I need you to understand, my love, that when you get fired from this show, nope. And after this reunion, now they said that rumor is that Kyle filmed a farewell scene. I don't think Kyle's going anywhere, especially after they talked about her relationship. They talked about her and Mauricio. And she basically said that, you know, the person, we know who the person was, the girl, wasn't comfortable being on camera and didn't want her filming. And she chose the show over that relationship. She's not going anywhere. Especially now. What the fuck else Kyle got to do all day? All of her kids are out the house. I think Portia's a senior this year, so Portia's probably getting ready to be gone. Mauricio is never coming back. Hey, Kyle, baby girl. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Mauricio is never coming back. Y'all can file the paperwork. Figure out how y'all gonna split up the agency. Let him buy you out. Whatever the situation is, he's never coming home. Mm-mm. And I understand that you don't want to pull the trigger. I get it. You are still very much in love with that man. We could hear it when you were telling that story and you was crying and you were saying that you felt like this lifestyle tore y'all apart because y'all got so caught up in the business and making money. I get it, baby. I understand, my love, but he's never coming back. He's never. Cue the Taylor Swift song. We are never, ever, ever, ever getting back together. He's never coming back. So when you say that half the agency is yours, it probably is yours, my love. You are financially set for the rest of your life. It probably is half yours. Because like she said, we didn't have two pennies to rub together. And I believe Kyle was the one that got her brokerage license first before Mauricio. So I believe that the way that paperwork is written, it is probably half hers. Because she meant that when she said, well, it's mine. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that when Mauricio was asked her? I mean, when Andy asked her about it and she was like, but it's mine. Baby, here go Kathy. Does he know that? Kathy said, does he know that? Does he know it's half yours? She said, girl, we couldn't rub two nickels together when we first got married. It's half mine. But at the end of the day, he's never coming back. Ever. I could see Kyle and Mauricio just staying separated forever. Because I don't think he's interested in getting married either. I don't think he's interested. I think Mauricio wants to run around with a bunch of young model social influencers that are cute, that have a lot of energy that he can spend money on, that make him feel young, make him feel, rah, rah, rah. But I don't think he's trying to get married again. I don't think he want no more kids. Like, I think Mauricio is good in that department. So I could see him and Kyle just being separated forever. Like Kyle said, we talked about it. And until one of us meet somebody that we want to disengage ourselves from to be with that person, we'll talk about it then. So basically, they going to stay together in this whole pattern until one of them finds somebody else. And I don't think Mauricio wants to marry anybody else enough. I could be wrong, but definitely not anytime soon. He living out that midlife. Yeah, right. He is living his best life, and he still look good too, baby. Because Mauricio's fine. Okay, he rich and fine. Shit, shit. He probably take his little blue pill, and he is good to go. Okay. Um. I do what. Oh, I think I remember what I wanted to say. I finally watched. Okay, so y'all know Garcelle had this movie on Lifetime last year where she was a chef and she fell in love with this younger man. Yada yada yada. It was a really cute movie. It was Terry McMillan presents, and it was I forget the name of it, but it was a really cute movie. But at the end of the movie, it was like a cliffhanger because you didn't know whether they stayed together, whether they broke up, kind of thing. So they had the sequel. Now the sequel came out like back in February, but I hadn't watched it. It was just sitting in my DVR, and I'm trying to clean up my DVR because I told y'all I switched from the regular DirecTV to streaming. So I'm in the process of like, I got to finish watching everything that I have in my DVR, that kind of thing. So it was in there, and that was one of the things I was like, I want to watch this. So it was the sequel where, the story, they get back together, obviously. But there's a scene in there where she's, because in the beginning of the movie, she's dating Boris Kojo. And they're talking about the young people and their sayings. And she was like, he was like, yeah, because she was saying, you was dating some young women too. And he was like, I mean, yeah, he said, but it got to be too much. Like they have their own lingo. I don't know what they're saying. He was like, they're like BRB. And Garcelle was like, well, I think I know that one. That means be right back. And he was like, one of the other acronyms that the kids use, if you know, or whatever. And they were laughing. He was like, and what about RHOBH? Like, what's that? And Garcelle was like, I don't know what that is. And I was like, that's hilarious. It was cute. If y'all saw it, it was cute. But I was like, that's hilarious. Anyway, it was just a cute little dig to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So then somehow another child, we get back on Erika, Kyle, and Dorit arguing again. And again, I'm exhausted with the argument. Because at this point, Erika explained to Dorit why she was hurt. Erika explained to Dorit what the issue was and what she had going on. And at the end of the day, Dorit can't just say, I'm sorry. Dorit feels like just because she's going through this divorce, it excuses all of her bad behavior. And it doesn't. That's just not how this shit works. What are y'all talking about? Child, they in a group chat talking about something. I don't know. Child. So I think I pretty much covered the y'all let me know if I missed something, but I think I pretty much covered it, you guys. That's episode 1 and episode 2. Let me know if it's something else that y'all can think of. I honestly feel like I hit it. I honestly feel like I hit all of it. Kathy came out, but she ain't said shit, child. Jennifer came out. She apologized to Sutton for their little spat. She said that she really loves Sutton. Her and Sutton are really friends in real life. And that's that. Mo needs to be on the cover of GQ. Listen, now he fine. Now you gonna say the man ain't fine. He fine. But he ain't never coming home. He like that guy on what was that movie? Harlem Nights, where he said, put your mother on the phone. Yeah, I ain't never coming back. That's him. He's never coming back. Nope. It's not gonna happen. Mauricio is outside, child. And then, I'm gonna be honest. I think she knows it. Like I don't think she's in denial. You know, I honestly don't think she's in denial. You know, but I don't think she's ready to accept it. I don't think she's ready to accept that man is gone. But he's gone. And he's never coming back. And I know never is a strong word. But I don't think that man is ever coming back. We're never, ever, ever getting back together. Anyway, y'all, with that being said, I'm out of here. I'm about to go. Again, I think I covered everything. If I missed something, I'll talk about it in part 3. But with that being said, I do not know what time tomorrow yet, but JB and I will be doing Beyond the Gates tomorrow. It's my turn, so it'll be on my channel. Just not sure what time yet because I might be going to breakfast with some friends. So it's going to depend on if I go to breakfast and when I get home. And then, of course, the Real Housewives of Atlanta tomorrow night. And then it's my turn. So the Whether You Like It or Not panel will be on my channel on Monday. Love and Marriage Huntsville will either be tonight if I have the energy after I watch it, or it'll be sometime tomorrow. My timeline tomorrow is really going to depend on if I go to breakfast in the morning or not. Because if I don't go to breakfast in the morning, Love and Marriage Huntsville will probably be like at 11. And then Beyond the Gates will probably be in the afternoon. Because that's what I need to do tonight is finish watching the episodes. Because I ain't finished watching the episodes yet. And I damn sure don't have no notes. So let me get into that. But with that being said, y'all, I'm out. I'll talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace.